Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today on this Thursday morning, Friday Eve.
Thank you.
As Chris likes to call it. A lot of people are like, what day is it? Because everything is...
the same.
I was just talking about, like, I used to take the last day of school off, you know, so I could spend the day with my kids and kind of celebrate. I'm like, no, because it's, you know, how is that going to be any different than
it is
right now? So
when is the last day of school, by the way? Do you have any idea?
The end of May, you know, so... I mean,
it's coming up
Memorial Day, I think, is like 24th, because we were talking about, you know, Memorial Day weekend, and I know there's still another week after that. But I heard rumors that some Bismarck schools might have, like, they're going to wrap up school a little earlier than they normally would, too. So kind of wish that would happen.
I heard the cool parents are just taking off right before Labor Day and right before Memorial Day. So
the cool parents slash teachers.
Are you in,
Yes, yes, I would be in. A friend of mine just today over text was like, "Oh, we've been, you know, pretty chill and stuff," and I'm like, "Yeah, I was so chill." And then Marley was like, took advantage, and Bailey is like giving tours to the whole class around the house. The other day when she was doing a morning class meeting, and I heard her saying, her teacher saying, "Oh, that is a cool Barbie house." I was like, "What is she?" Like, she's like, "I gotta start cleaning my house before those classroom meetings." Anyway, talking about my friends, I did something really cool last night that I wanted to share with everybody. You know, the gyms have been closed. They're starting to open on Monday, but the classes aren't going to be happening. Some of the aerobics classes, weightlifting classes. So she's my best friend, but she's also an instructor at both Courts Plus and Family Wellness. She held a driveway workout. And it was 10 or under people, I mean, for numbers, and we were all 6 feet apart, but we actually did like well, this is the picture afterwards. This is kind of backwards. This was when we were chilling. This is the workout. This is what should have been.
Nice.
So we actually did like a Tabata. She did some weights, you know, worked on those triceps, and it was fun. And then we actually went for a little run around the neighborhood while keeping a nice, safe distance. But so these gals were all from Courts Plus. It was like, oh, I just miss having, and then afterwards we treated, because it turned out to be a gorgeous night last night. So
was it?
Yeah, sunny and about 65, I think. Kind of warm, a little bit warmer than I thought it was going to be. So then we just sat on our yoga mats, and we didn't do yoga. We just had the mats so that we could plank and stuff in the driveway. It was so fun.
What a great idea, yeah.
It was a great idea. I was going to say, I miss seeing all of those ladies and visiting, and we talked about, you know, homeschooling and, you know, kids entertaining themselves, and, you know, and that's
why. Did you have tunes out there too?
Yeah.
Or? Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. So it was pretty loud, so I'm sorry to all of Rachel's neighbors who were like, what is going on next door? It was loud music, and
that is a great idea.
It's really, I don't know why we didn't, well, it hasn't been that nice. I don't know why we didn't think about that
But yeah,
sooner.
in the future now, it's perfect.
I know, I was reading like some of the different changes. Courts Plus has been putting out some really funny videos. You know, they're not, so they're opening on Monday. We're going to have someone on to talk about it, but like there's going to be no towels, no use of the sauna or the locker rooms. So and no classes, you know, for a little while at least. I suppose you don't want everybody, you know, grabbing their weights.
Right, in one little room.
In one little room. So, you know, it's kind of, they're phasing in different things, but for now we might have to schedule. Maybe we could do it in the Courts Plus parking lot.
Yeah.
You know, have it outside and keep your distance.
Now we can turn the music up a little bit.
Turn the music up even louder. So anyway, I thought that was a great idea. That was kind of the moms group over at Courts Plus who put that together.
You should see if you can get like a live DJ, because now since everyone's DJing through like Instagram, you could just plug them in via Instagram and be like, okay,
awesome.
And you got a little DJ going while you guys are doing your thing.
Dance off the, you know, the weight that we've gained.
That would be fantastic. You could make like requests. He or she could do some mixes. I'd be into that.
You know what else is kind of, so I said the gyms are opening on Monday. West Acres Mall is opening tomorrow too, but I don't have the list like right off the top of my head, but I know not all of the stores in the mall will be open, but that makes sense, kind of like restaurants. But they're opening tomorrow, and apparently this is one of the new things you're going to notice. Stickers all over reminding you not to be, you know, right up in people's business when you're shopping around there. They're going to remind you to stay 6 feet apart. They are encouraging people to wear masks when they go to the mall as well, and there's going to be sanitizing stations all over as well. So,
are you normally up in people's businesses while they're shopping?
You know, like, is that the last size? Maybe I want that sweater, you know. Sometimes you do it and you don't realize you're doing it. It's like, I like that. Things that are left in the dressing room, I'm like, maybe I want to buy that. Mother's Day this weekend, but you know what else that means is this weekend?
That's right, the fishing opener in Minnesota.
That's huge. It's like a huge weekend, holiday weekend.
Yes.
The DNR is asking people to socially distance as well. I know I've joked about this before because, you know, if you go to Lake Skakwe or the lakes in North Dakota, Governor Burgum's like, we'll be okay. You can social distance because it's
just
such a huge,
smart.
it's a little bit different with the smaller lakes in Minnesota, but the DNR is asking anglers to fish close to home. Maybe only go as far as you can get, you know, go to your fishing hole and back on 1 tank of gas. Because otherwise you're kind of exposing new people into maybe rural areas, older, you know, citizens who may be at risk or more at risk for the coronavirus. So bring all the supplies you need. They don't want you stopping into any more of the little shops than you need to. So we'll kind of see how this weekend goes because it's, you know, a huge weekend.
Well, it's going to be fascinating. I got a lot of people from Minnesota that reach out to me, and you know, one of the things they're concerned about is the fact that Minnesota fishing opener is a big deal. I mean, it's a bunch of walleyes there, that they're not everywhere, and they're saying like, okay, so what are we going to do about all the people from out of state? And I know Canada probably can't come now, but all the people from out of different states that want to come and fish. I don't know how they're going to manage that because you know you can't necessarily shut it down, but it's going to be fascinating to see sort of the reaction and the response, and so it'll be interesting to see how things are next week.
Yeah, I agree. Well, talking about Minnesota, a Minnesota mom is using her talents of art in a remarkable way. Boyd Hoopert has her story.
Driveways. The pimple on our palaces. More functional than phenomenal, with one exception.
We're getting there. What a beautiful day, too.
Jessica Montenegro's driveway.
You never know what she's going to do next. And it's very awesome how she does it.
As a girl, Jessica loved playing with sidewalk chalk.
It's always been fun, something I've liked.
You know any other moms who do this?
No.
Then, her sons were born, and Chalk rediscovered Jessica.
It's Up, the movie Up, and she made a ton of balloons.
I've done It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That one was really fun. I have done like sharks, and like the kids are like going to fall in like the shark's mouth.
And today,
She's making Toy Story 4.
It's just been such a thrill and such an excitement to see people's reactions to it.
It's amazing. It's so cool.
My wife, she just had her 30th birthday.
And my husband said, okay, so what do you want?
All she wanted was just chalk. So it made it really easy on me.
just one concession.
Yeah, when she's doing chalk, the car stays outside. You know?
Oh, I just love creating stuff.
When she's out here drawing, we just can't wait to see what she's drawing.
And I just did trolls. And then a couple weeks ago, I did snakes and ladders.
It's really, 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 really cool.
At least until the weather turns.
If it rained, I would like already be sketching out like what I want to do next.
As COVID-19 kicks us in the butt,
High five.
Jessica Montenegro is an attitudinal antidote on asphalt.
Just give me chalk and I'll be happy.
Boyd Hooper, KARE 11 News,
It's unbelievable.
Lakeville.
She is amazing. And apparently, Boyd Hoopert, the reporter, said Jessica has no formal art training, although I would call her an artist.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Easily.
We do a little chalk art, and I'm ashamed that you would not show my pictures after seeing that. And how happy all the kids were. That was really
I
incredible.
love their
too.
actions. Like, it is really,
Really,
really cool.
You know what else is really cool? And I think you would like this. This is a story of Chris Berg's alley. You could have the chance to win what could likely be the most interesting game of golf ever. As part of the All-In Challenge, we've talked about that on North Dakota Today. Justin Timberlake and Bill Murray are giving you the chance to play a round with them at Pebble Beach Golf Links in California. Can you imagine?
That would be such an epic day. So you just like sign up to win, or what do you have to
Yeah,
do?
apparently you enter the sweepstakes, just $10. 100% of the money raised goes to Feeding America, Meals on Wheels, World Central Kitchen, and No Kid Hungry. So it's a contest. There's lots of really cool things that are happening. And I think the deadline now is tomorrow. So you have today. Can you imagine? I wouldn't even have to play the game. I would just carry their clubs. I mean, how funny would that be?
If you played with Bill Murray, what's the one thing you absolutely would do? Every hole would be like, okay, here we are together. He's a wonder boy. He's in the hole. He's in the hole.
That's pretty good, actually.
Every hole, I'd be like, okay, Bill, you got to do it, bro.
That would be awesome. And JT in there as well.
I would make him moonwalk like the entire 18. Be like, come on, man, just do a little dance the whole way, will ya?
Well, you got one day for
And
your
then
shot.
I
$10
would be
for your
I would be
chance.
Rodney Dangerfield. And I would just jam the tunes the whole time. Be like, I get no respect.
I have to watch Caddyshack. It's been a long time since I've watched the good old Caddyshack. I feel like that's one of those every time it's on, you stop on the TV. Hey, we have another great show planned for you here on North Dakota Today. Coming up next, don't go anywhere. We have another inspiring message from Hope Lutheran Church.